Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So it's Saturday morning, so that means it's time for another Saturday Short video. I started the Saturday Shorts series last Saturday with a what I thought was a very important video on the 3 hurdles that new woodworkers stumble on and how to get around them. But I did also say that Saturday Short videos could have any topic on woodworking. I just want to keep them short, informative, and on one thing. And today, the topic is completely different. It's, I think, what will be our favorite topic for Saturday Shorts. It's a new tool. I got a new tool in the shop downstairs, and it's a big one. So let's go downstairs and check it out. Alright guys, we're down in the basement, and here it is. This is the Grizzly G0856, 8-inch wide by 72-inch long, helical cutting head. I'll show you that a close-up in a minute. Jointer. So it's an 8-inch jointer, and it's 72 inches long, and it has the upgraded helical cutting head. This is a 3 horsepower motor, and one thing you need to know about this, and I want to explain a little bit about my journey and how I got here. This requires a 230 volt power source, and I didn't have that anywhere in my house. I started looking for a used tool, and in 8 inches jointers that are used, there were a few. Powermatic and Delta both made one back in the 70s, I believe. They were hard to find and they were expensive. So what I did is I started looking at used 8-inch jointers that needed the 230, 240, 220. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know the exact specifications here. The manual says 230 volt and it uses a 620 plug. So that's the information I went with, and you know, I shopped around and really I found several in my area. For those that don't know, I live in Maryland, in the Washington D.C. area basically. Used woodworking tools are not that prevalent around here. This is a city environment. Honestly, everything I could find used was pretty expensive, pushing $800–900 for a good used 8-inch jointer. So I started looking new, and I looked at Grizzly, and the G0855 version of this tool is the same exact tool, but instead of this helical cutting head, it has the normal 8-inch long blades. I don't know if it's 3 or 4, but you know, the normal bladed cutter head in here. And that was $1,100, $1,100 and change, almost $1,200. And for my money, I was like, well, if I'm at 8 or 9, maybe 11 is okay, because I had a 10% discount with Grizzly at the time. So basically $11.95, $1,200, I was getting it for $10.80. But then I started looking at the helical heads and what it would cost to upgrade either a used one or a new one to that. And it was about $300 or $400 to make that upgrade. And honestly, they had this model, the G0856. Only difference between the G0855 and the G0856 is the cutter head. It was $400 more, so basically just under $1,600. A lot of money, but I still had the 10% coupon. But it's installed. It's there. It's ready to go, so I didn't have to putz with it. So like I said, this has the helical cutter head, 3 horsepower motor, 230 volts. I had to pay an electrician to put that in. You're on your own with that. You know, you may have the right power where you're putting this already. If you don't, I'm not going to tell you not to run your own power, guys, but you're talking higher voltages here. Hire an electrician if you don't know what you're doing. This isn't a 110 outlet where you might get a little zap. This stuff can kill you. So let's be careful here. Let's not do anything crazy. So what does this jointer bring me to the table? Because this is by far the most substantial piece of equipment in my shop now. It's the most expensive piece of equipment in my shop. And I got there in a weird way because, you know, I couldn't find a used one. Basically, it just is what it is. I wanted 8-inch. I didn't really need 72 inches long. I could have gone with a short bed, but once I went down the road, I was like, all right, this is the last jointer I'm ever buying, so it's here. What you need to know, and this goes back to my previous video last week in the Saturday Shorts, where I said one of the 3 hurdles is to be able to sharpen and set your equipment up. This piece of equipment is installed. It has power. it runs. The sharpened part is covered because it's brand new. The cutter heads are sharp. This has 36 individual little cutter heads. I'll zoom in on that now and show it to you. So as you can see, I got sharp covered, but that doesn't mean I have setup covered. I'm going to do a setup of this tool in a separate video because this is just an introductory Saturday short video of the tool. I do need to bring a straight edge out here, check the tables, check the cutter head, make sure everything is in tolerance. I will tell you that Grizzly has a very good video on their YouTube channel of all places to set one of these tools up. And little hint guys, if you have a used joiner of any manufacturer that has the dovetailed ways method of adjusting the two tables, that video posted below here shows you how to adjust these things, how to shim them, how to get the cutter head and the tables square. I have to do that to this tool yet. It is pretty close. It is usable the way it is, but it's not perfect. What else do I need to tell you about it? The weight is substantial, guys. This is a very heavy piece of equipment. The bottom, it comes in two pieces. This bottom cabinet weighs 135 pounds. The motor's already installed there. It comes in a cardboard box. The top piece comes completely assembled. The fence assembly, which, let me give you a little picture of that. This fence assembly is also installed already in the crate that it comes in. That crate weighs 335 pounds. So if there was ever a message in a manual that made perfect friggin' sense, it was in this user manual, which, you know, is a, you know, this thing's made overseas and it's converted to English and it's usable. The manual's actually usable to put this thing together. But the first line says, get some help with this. This is a 2 or 3 person project. It is. That top piece, 335 pounds, brutally difficult to move around. And once you get it unboxed and you get this piece up on top of the cabinet, you still have to bolt it to the cabinet. And you know, you have to line up little threaded holes. It's not, you don't just tap 335 pounds to move it around to get those bolts lined up. It was some work getting this sucker put together. But once you get the base and the top attached, all you have to do is put these hand wheels on, put the 4-inch dust port on, and put this power assembly on and plug the power cable in. It comes with the cord already, and it's nice. It's detachable at the motor, so you just plug it in once you get it assembled. So let's run a board over this and let's see how it works before setup. Alright, 2 passes and I have, I mean, a beautifully smooth cut here. It is nice. Okay guys, so that's my new joiner. As I said in the video, I still have to set it up, which I will do, and I will film that, and you'll see that as a new video in another week or so. I am also planning to do a video where I use the jointer, the planer, and the table saw together to show you the actual uses for the 3 tools as I completely dimension a board. So that will be a video that will be next Saturday short, by the way. So you can see what the tool is used for. This video was just to introduce you to the tool. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. As always, if you could, please comment and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.